people, 96.1 FM Abuja on YouTube. You can listen to us as well. If you're not on your terrestrial radio, you can listen to us anywhere in the world, anytime. Just go download your Radio Garden app. Download it and then look for Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja. Voila, will be in your speakers. And finally, guys, you know how we do it. Feel free to join the conversation. That's the part of the show I enjoy the most, where I get to hear from you. Yes, I mean you. Come on, join the show by sending us a WhatsApp message, a WhatsApp voice note, WhatsApp call, SMS, or call us on either of these two numbers. And like I always say, you're welcome to have your own say, because it's the voice of the people. Our job is to give you a voice. The numbers are 0808 312 8618, 0808 312 8618, or 0700 010 961 961. That is 0700 010 961 961. Without wasting much time, guys, let the party begin as we head out to the local scene.
News from the local scene.
Okay, let's begin the show proper. Let's start off, of course, where else we'll begin from. Let's start off, of course, from CAF, where we heard that the Confederation of African Football, CAF, has announced the date of the draw for the qualifiers of the Championship of African Nation. Super Eagles B team is among the teams vying to play in the biannual competition. CAF had last week announced October and November as the period for the qualifiers. According to the update from CAF headquarters in Cairo, Egypt, the draw for the qualifiers will take place on the 9th of October 2024. The 19 qualifying teams will play in the competition proper, which will run from the 1st to the 28th of February 2025. Still talking about the CHAN, we hear one team has pulled out. That is the Panthers of Gabon. They've joined the Desert Foxes of Algeria as the teams who have pulled out of the qualifiers for the 2024 Championship of African Nation. The 2019 champions Algeria on the 22nd of September withdrew from the competition, and the country's football federation chose to concentrate more on the youth development. Gabon Football Federation on Friday announced that they will withdraw from the championship due to the non-competitive league in the country for almost 2 years. Initially registered subject to the resumption of domestic elite competition, the national A team will ultimately not take part in the qualifiers for the next CHAN 2024, given the non-organization of the elite championship for 2 years. Fegafoot has, however, decided to postpone the participation of the Nations A team in the CHAN qualifiers while waiting for the domestic elite competition to resume by the rules, the statement said. And now to the camp of the Super Eagles, where the Executive Committee of the Nigerian Football Federation on Tuesday approved the recommendation of its Technical and Development Subcommittee for the Federation's Technical Director, Coach Austin Kerezo Egwavon, to continue as his role as the head coach of the Super Eagles and lead them to the 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifying matches against Libya next month. The 58-year-old, in temporary charge of the squad, he had led the 3 times African champions previously and started 3 times African champions with 3-0 defeat of Benin and a scoreless draw with Rwanda in match day 1 and 2 earlier this month. Wavon and the current technical crew that also include Fidelis Chuku, Daniel Ogumodede, Olatunji Barua, and Thomas Zorek will also take charge of the Super Eagles B team for the qualifying campaign for next year's African Nations Championship, otherwise known as CHAN. With the departure of Mr. Randy Wildrop, the Executive Committee also approved the recommendation of the Technical Development Subcommittee for Coach Justin Madugu to lead the remaining technical crew and take charge of the senior men's national team, the Super Falcons, pending the appointment of a substantive head coach. The Super Falcons' next big engagement is the Women's African Cup of Nations final taking place in Morocco in the summer of next year. And now talking about the African Cup of Nations qualifier, we heard that the Libya Football Federation has reviewed the roster of 28 Mediterranean Knights who will face the 3-time champion Super Eagles in the African qualifier scheduled for October. The Mediterranean Knights are scheduled to play the 2 very important matches, the Super Eagles on March 3 and 4 of the qualifiers for the African Cup of Nations, which will be held next year in Morocco. The Libyan national team will be hosted by its Nigerian counterpart on Friday, October 11th, and then the competition between them will be renewed on October the 15th in Libya. Mediterranean Knights occupy 4th place in the qualifiers, with Nigeria sitting 1st with 4 points, Benin 2nd with 3 points, Rwanda 3rd with 2 points. A Doubtful list has got players like, of course, Abdul Jawar Rick of Al-Nasr, the likes of course, Ahmed Ayad of Al-Tahadi, Ahmed Al-Tabi of Al-Ali Tripoli. They forgot Sahib Subir Al-Mubarak Al-Daw of Al-Ittihad, Badri Hassan of Al-Nasri, Faisal Al-Badr of Al-Hilal, Shuaibu bin Suleiman of Al-Hali Benghazi, among others. So the list is out, 28-man list that would face the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Don't forget that their coach, Nasir El Hadari, was chosen to be the coach of the team behind Abubakar Al Haq as assistant within the technical staff, in addition to former international goalkeeper Misbah Shabak as the goalkeeper coach. And now to Nigerian players abroad, we heard that Nigerian striker Crisantus Uche will avoid La Liga action after hitting out at referees. Uche was foaming after Getafe's 1-0 defeat to Barcelona. He told ESPN Africa that they are going to foul me, and the referee will just say, I have to get up. It's a foul, you have to blow it. But if they foul another person, the referee will just blow it, and it's very painful. It's very painful. I've seen it with my own eyes. The referee are very bad. They are very bad. The technical committee of the referee says the questions, word, are nothing more than an opinion, and that they call it into action their honor of the referee and not an individual as such. No action will be taken. And officer Dele Bashiru was proud of his scoring his first goal for Lazio in the 3-0 win against Dynamo Kiev in the Europa League on Wednesday night. He told the Lazio Star channel that I'm very happy for the goal and for having scored in front of our fans. It was important to start well. I'm happy with my understanding on the pitch with Bulai Di. I feel happy in the team. I have a great relationship with everyone. Everyone helps me to settle in. I'm getting better. I'm better. I scored a beautiful goal. Of course, I'm happy. But before the match, I had faith in myself and the team. I think I did my job. The goal and assist made me even happier. It wasn't easy to adapt with the new team. My teammates and the coach are helping me. It's not easy, but I'm getting there. The words of Fisai Dele Bashiru. And of course, it was mixed feelings for Nigerian Super Eagles and Fenerbahce defender Bright Osei Samuel on Thursday, where we heard that the UEFA Europa League game against Union St. Gilles, the Nigerian international returned to action after spending 3 weeks on the sideline due to injury. He started the game on the bench and was introduced in the 5th minute. So injury strike and an unfortunate on goal for Bugus had put Fenerbahce in the driving seat before the introduction of Osei Samuel received his first caution in the 7 minutes for time wasting before he was sent off in the 93rd minute for a foul as the game ended 2-1 in favor of the host. And before we leave the locals, let's go straight to the Nigerian Premier Football League match day 4 across different match venues. Guys, I tell you, if you're following the NPFL, you understand that, come on, it's not meat and drink. It's going to be the tough terrain to be in. Talking about the Nigerian Premier Football League, okay? We hear that Ikorodu City will take on Nasarawa United. That game is for 3 p.m. El Kanemi Warriors will take on Plateau United. That game is for 3 p.m. Aqua United by Sunshine Stars, 5:30 p.m. tomorrow. And on Sunday, you have 93 Road at Bendel Insurance, 3 p.m. Rivers United by Eyimba of Aba. That game is for 3 p.m. Bayelsa United will take on Kwara United on Sunday, 4 p.m. Abia Warriors will take on Canopilas on Sunday, 4 p.m. Kasira United will take on Lobby Stars on Sunday, 4 p.m. And of course, don't forget Remo Stars vs Enugu Rangers at the Rikene Stadium. That game is for 5:30 p.m. alongside Shooting Stars vs Heartland, 5:30 p.m. Both games were played under the floodlights. And now back to the phone lines, guys. The talking point from the locals in has to be, of course, Austin Carezo Eguavon is now officially confirmed that he will stay put at least for the moment. Yes, he will stay for the moment. So, what do you think about that appointment for him, at least taking charge of our African competition qualifier against Libya next month, talking about October 11th and 15th. And of course, Justin Madugu in the news. Come on, he got a stint as an interim coach, returned back as star coach, and Randy Wardrop has returned. Now Randy Wardrop has finally bowed out from the role. We hear he'll be in charge until the NFF appoint a substantive coach. What do you think about this appointment for the national teams, the senior national team of the male and the female of Nigeria? That is men and women. Okay, talk to me. 0808-312-8618, 0808-312-8618, or 0700-010-961-961. I'll take that again. 0700-010-961-961. Do you love the move made by the NFF late last night to confirm that Austin Guavon will be the man in charge of match day 3 and 4 of the AFCON qualifier. And of course, Justin Medegu will be in charge of the team, at least for now, until a new coach is done. I will repeat again, send us your WhatsApp message, a WhatsApp voice note, a WhatsApp call, SMS, or call us on these 2 numbers. I'll take that again, 0808-312-8618, 0808-312-8618, or 0700 010 961 961. Okay, as we're expecting those calls coming in, let's go straight right now to the foreign saying. And as well as we begin from, let's start our call for some stories making around the reigns in the world of football before we head out to Europa League and, of course, the top 5 leagues in Europe. We start up, of course, from the news we're hearing, and that's all the way from Mallorca. We hear that a Real Mallorca fan, I beg your pardon, was racially abused Real Madrid forward Vinicius Jr. and former Villarreal winger Samuel Chukwueze has been given a 12-month suspended prison sentence by a Spanish court. In a statement, Real Madrid confirmed that the supporters, who also banned from the stadium for 3 years, had had his sentence suspended after apologizing to a letter to the Brazil international and doing an anti-discrimination training. The abuse of Vinicius Jr. occurred during the Madrid's 1-0 La Liga defeat by Real Mallorca at their Son Moag Stadium in February 2023. The man that directed the racial slur towards Nigerian international Chukwueze is now at AC Milan a fortnight later. We hear that former Chelsea manager Graham Potter says that the football is more rewarding than international management as he considered his next job. 17 months on from his frustration, anger, and maybe bitterness which followed his Stamford Bridge sacking. Speaking to the Telegraph, Potter said he had felt ready to return for a little while after he was dismissed following less than 7 months in charge of Chelsea amid the perfect storm in April 2023. He was the Blues' first managerial appointment following Todd Bowley's takeover and oversaw a record of £323 million outlay in the 2023 January transfer window. In his word, he said, it still has to be the right thing, but I'm excited for it. I'm excited to hear that the opportunities are and I'll take each one and judge it on its merit. The words of Graham Potter. Also, we hear that Barcelona has been banned from selling tickets for Champions League away fixtures against Red Star Belgrade in November after the supporters were found guilty of racist behavior. Yes, you heard that. UEFA fined the Spanish club €10,000, that is £8,330, for supporters' racist behavior during their 2-1 defeat against Monaco on the 19th of September. The nature of the racist behavior was not specified. Barcelona were banned from selling tickets to their supporters for one more man-match in UEFA competition after a Champions League quarter-final at Paris Saint-Germain last season, though the punishment was suspended for 1 year. 3 Barcelona supporters were arrested following the match against Paris Saint-Germain for the use of racist language and for allegedly promising Nazi salutes. Barca will be without their fans for their trip to Belgrade on the 6th of November. As the Flick side have won all 7 of their Liga matches this season and are top of the table. Also, we hear that Manchester City midfielder Rodri will miss the rest of the season after rupturing his anterior cruciate ligament. The 28-year-old limped off in Sunday's 2-2 draw against Arsenal in the Premier League on Sunday following a collision with Thomas Partey. Master's boss Pep Guardiola says Rodri has now had surgery on his knee and will miss the rest of the campaign. He had surgery this morning, ACL and some meniscus, Guardiola said on Friday. So next season he'll be here. The season is over for him. The words of Pep Guardiola. And of course, we go to Newcastle, where Newcastle Chief Executive Darren Ells will step down from his position after being diagnosed with chronic form of blood cancer. The club has confirmed Ells is 52, joined Newcastle in August 2022, and will continue his role until his successor is appointed. Ells was appointed within the first year of Newcastle's £305 million Saudi Arabian takeover. In the period since his arrival, the club reached its first domestic cup final in 24 years in 2022-23 Carabao Cup, and last season returned to the Champions League after the house side finished fourth in the Premier League. And now we go to the Women's Champions League games played. And we hear now the draws are out for the Women's Champions League. Before we give you those draws, let's quickly give you the results of game played yesterday in the Women's Champions League. A lot of games went down. Paris Saint-Germain women won, Juventus 2. Serviette lost to Roma by 2-7. Zen Kemura women 0. Southampton women 5. FC Twente defeated WFC Usuk women 4-0. Man City 3. Paris FC 0. Real Madrid women 3. Sporting women 1, Celtic women 2, Voska Potava 0, and Arsenal beat BK Hacking women by 4-0. And so the draws are out, and Chelsea and Celtic have been drawn in the group stages of the Women's Champions League. Scottish champions Celtic have reached the stage of the competition for the first time in their history. Women's Super League champions Chelsea recorded their best finish in the competition in the 2020-21 season when they finished runners-up. The pair will face Real Madrid and FC Twente in Group B. Man City will face defending champions Barcelona in Group D. Austrian side is St. Pölten and Hammarby from Sweden. Barcelona knocked out Man City out of the 2020-2021 tournament at the quarterfinal stage. Arsenal in Group C with Bayern Munich, Juventus and debutant Vålerenga from Norway. The first round of group stages game will take place from the 8th to the 9th of October. So these are the group quickly. Group A, Lyon, Wolfsburg, Roma, and of Galatasaray. Group B has Chelsea, Real Madrid, Twente, and Celtic. Group C has Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Juventus, and Vålerenga. And Group D has defending champion Barcelona, Man City, St. Pölten, and Hammarby. And now we go to the Europa League game played yesterday night, and we start off from, of course, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That's the place to begin from, and we'll let you know that Tottenham Hotspur began their Europa League campaign with an impressive performance. I tell you guys, it was absolutely stunning, absolutely amazing. As despite going down to 10 men, they won that game and were blazing up from the 7th minute. After a 35-minute delay to kick off, Tottenham Hotspur game because of travel disrupt. The home side were dealt an early blow when defender Raguzin was shown a red card for breaking down Juninho in a 1-on-1 as the Brazilian raced through on goal. Despite that, Brennan Johnson had the ball in the back of the net 5 minutes later when Karabakh were caught playing out of the back, and Dominic Solanke placed it in the path of the 23-year-old to slot into the bottom corner. It was Johnson's third goal in as many games. Pamatasa doubled Spurs' lead in the 52nd minute, controlling the loose ball at the far post before smashing home. Karabakh were awarded the penalty 3 minutes later when Vusbusuma brought Elvis Kavaguiliev down, but Tural spot kick was poor and pinched off the crossbar. As the time Premier League champions created an abundance of chances with Guillermo Vicario making save after save after save, but ultimately Karabakh lacked the cutting edge that Ank Postecoglou's side showed at the other end. Solanke wrapped up the victory in the 68 minutes after goalkeeper Mateusz Kucharski pushed Son Heung-min strike from distance into the path of the striker, and it produced an astonishing, confident finish. For Rangers, they secured an invaluable victory at the Europa League opener at Malmo as they end the first ever win at Swedish soil. It was a dream and decisive start. Inside 60 seconds, Desire broke in behind, rounded Johan Dahlin in goal and struck the base of the post from the angle. Nadim Berjami were alert, and the ball rolled perfect into his path, and he gleefully struck home this first Rangers goal. Malmo looked rattled through, though Isaac Kissy thought he had leveled with a volley and angled free kick back across Jack Butland. His celebration was cut short as the offside flag was raised. Still, Rangers maintained the grip of the game. Desire flicking Bajari, who in turn brilliantly sent Vaclav Kane clear on goal. He had to score, but he didn't as the ball flashed past the goal post. That became a team glaring missed chances until The second goal was scored by no other than, of course, Mark Cosland in the 76th minute as Rangers went home with a 2-0 victory against Malmo in the first UEFA Europa League game of the season. Okay, this is how the game spanned out in the Europa League yesterday. Fenerbahce, with one man, Jose Mourinho, and his Katodo says someone got a red card in that game. And Soyuncu, but the player he was, helped Fenerbahce to their 2-1 win against Union St. Gilles in the Europa League. Malmo lost to Rangers by 2-0. Rangers, come on, winning that first game of the group stages. Ajax were in free scoring mood with a one man eager to impress. Talk about Jordan Henderson, the former Liverpool player, as they beat Besiktas by 4-0. Eintracht Frankfurt and Victoria Pilsen played out a 3-3 draw. FCSB beat RSF by 4-1. Olympique Lyonnais, come on, were 2-0 better than Olympiacos. In France, Roma played a 1-0 draw with Athletic Club. Braga, we know, beat Maccabi Tel Aviv of Israel by 2-1. And of course, Tottenham Hotspur beat Karabakh by 3-0. In the Spanish La Liga yesterday as well, one man was on fire. His name is Julian Alvarez. What a signing from Manchester City, as his goal was all Atletico Madrid needed to get a 1-0 victory away at Celta Vigo. Yes, you heard me. A 1-0 victory away at Celta Vigo. A big win for Atletico Madrid. Las Palmas played a 1-0 draw with Real Betis, as well as Villarreal, and they are going away to Espanyol and getting a 2-1 win. In the Copa Libertadores, Sao Paulo played a 1-0 draw with Botafogo winning on penalties. And of course, Club Atletico Pereira played a goalless draw with Flamengo. Club Atletico doing the job he did. Fantastic job by Club Atletico to play a goalless draw. Okay, in the Copa Libertadores, Independiente played a 1-0 draw with Lanús in the Copa Sudamerica. And the Belgian Pro League, Cercle Brugge beat Ghent by 2-1. Of course, the Coppa Italia game played yesterday. Napoli were in free giving mood. One man, Kayushde, was on fantastic run, guy. The guy scoring goals with reckless abandon. That is Cyril Ngonge scoring a brace in that encounter. Not forgetting Scott McTominay, the former Man United prodigy, also on target. David Neres, former Ajax prodigy, on target. And Juan Jesus ensuring that they won not 1, not 2, not 3, but 5 goals to nil against Palermo, with Vacic scoring, picking up a red card, I beg your pardon, for Palermo. Monza beat Brescia by 3-1 to book their place in the Coppa Italia round of 16. And let's begin, of course. Before we take the break, let's start, of course, our countdown to the weekend, guys. You know, and I tell you, plenty of games are plenty. Before then, guys, feel free to be part of the show. Let's talk about the Europa League. How do you feel about your team performance? Well, let's talk about the Super Eagles' job. Austin Guavon is the man to tinker the 2 games against Libya, and Justin Midugu will be the coach of the Super Falcons for now. Okay, you can talk about the games that will be coming up later today as well. Let's hear from you guys. I want to hear from you. What do you think about the games? The games from the Europa League, and of course the Super Eagles getting a new manager. Let's take this call first of all. Hello, what's the way you calling from? Hello? Hello, good evening. What's the way you calling from?
The only radio bishop.
My brother.
I greet you, my so special.
I greet you too, my brother.
This is Chris Olua.
I didn't get that.
Chris Olua.
Chris Olua, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Asokoro.
Talk to me, Chris Olua.
I greet you special also.
I greet you too, my
Happy
brother.
weekend.
Same to you, my brother. Everything is happy in this country.
Yes, sir. I want to thank God for Guavo.
Okay.
I pray that Almighty God will be with him. It's not just to give him the work, but let God be with him at least that he can deliver. Then we give him the work proper. And for my team tomorrow match, Chelsea, I wish them good luck.
You wish them good luck. You feel say your team go. They go win the match. The match is tough, small.
Yes, last season we beat Brighton home and away. They don't say all that player give us. So we're gonna beat them they go. We're gonna beat them they go.
So they don't give you, they don't give you all their players finish.
We don't collect all.
No wahala.
I want to ask question. What of James?
Who? Jay, Mr. J, don't worry. He just quite out. He'll be back very soon. He'll be back. Hopefully by Monday he should be back.
I think so.
No wahala.
I know, bro. I definitely bomba to bomba. Well done, sir.
Well done too, my brother. Well done too, my brother. Thank you. Okay, guys, more calls. Let's take more calls before I take the first break of the day. Like I said, you can start talking about the phone lines are already up and running. Start talking about the games this weekend. There's a big one, Man United by Tottenham Hotspur. I'll talk about that very soon. There's a big one as well, Chelsea, Brighton as well. You can start talking about it. The Madrid derby. Yes, Atletico Madrid vs Real Madrid at the Civitas Metropolitano. We can start talking about it as well. Inter Milan is in action. PSG take on Rennes. Start talking about it, okay? 0808-312-8618. 0808-312-8618 or 0700-010-961-961. WhatsApp message, WhatsApp voice note, WhatsApp call, call us or SMS us. They all count. I'm here to take those calls. Welcome to the party. Okay, guys, so let's take a breather. Let's take a short break, guys. When we come back, we'll go straight into the top leagues in Europe. I know you were expecting, like I said, Man United vs Tottenham Hotspur. Erik ten Hag is on the burner, guys. I know we talked about him yesterday, whether his sack is inevitable. Now he has to prove his mettle against the Tottenham Hotspur team who flew in Europa League yesterday as well. So, can he save his job? All these and more, guys. When we come back, we'll take a breather. When we come back, we'll go straight into the top 5 leagues in Europe. Don't go nowhere. Sport Lounge continues shortly. Okay, guys, if you're just joining us, welcome back to Sport Lounge on Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja. And I'm still your sport bishop, your magistrate, pilot, of prophet, the professor, Nonso Arinzechi. Okay, guys, if you joined us, we missed the first part of the show, but don't worry, we've got, another 30 minutes of talking sport, and this time we'll give you all the rundowns of the games that will be happening in the top 5 leagues in Europe. Talking about the Premier League, the Bundesliga, the Spanish La Liga, the French League 1, and of course, not forget the Italian Serie A. Okay, guys, feel free to be part of the show. You can watch us live right now on our YouTube page. It's Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell, and drop your comments. Okay? Please do that. You can also listen to us anywhere in the world. If you're not listening to us on terrestrial radio, just go to Radio Garden app. Yes, download it from the app on iOS store. Look for Voice of the People 96.1 FM. And again, like I always tell you, will be in your speakers. You can also feel free to join the conversation. Yes, send us a WhatsApp message, WhatsApp voice note, WhatsApp call, or SMS, or call us on these two lines, because the phone line is really up and running. Let's talk about the weekend games. It's about you. I want to have your take on what you're expecting this weekend as I give you update from the different teams heading into the big weekend. Okay, so feel free to start calling in and sending your SMS and WhatsApp messages and your WhatsApp voice notes 0808-312-8618, 0808-312-8618, or 0700 010 961 961. That is 0700 010 961 961. Let's go straight to the Spanish La Liga. Okay, the big one has to be the game between Atletico Madrid and, of course, Real Madrid. That game we played at the Estadio Civitas Metropolitano. 8 p.m. is the time. And we know that Real Madrid are second on the table, Atletico Madrid are third. There will be no Kylian Mbappe. He has a very thigh injury that will rule him out of his first ever Madrid derby. Sad one for Carlo Ancelotti and his goons. But in total, Madrid have accumulated 17 points. Atletico Madrid has gotten 15 points. I beg your pardon. Atletico Madrid has scored 11 goals so far this season. Madrid has scored 16 so far this season. But Madrid have considered more goals, 5-3 of Atletico Madrid. Okay, Madrid have got the better attacking impetus. They've had more shots than Atletico Madrid, a shot on target than Atletico Madrid, shot even off target than Atletico Madrid, and they also had more blocks than Atletico Madrid. You see, for the form books tells us that in the past 5 matches, Madrid have won all. Yes, while Atletico Madrid have drawn 2 and won 3 in their last 5 matches. So we'll wait and see how this form will be like. Don't forget, it's the first Madrid derby of the season, and only one team will take the shares of the spoil. Or maybe enemies, they say, would have to share. For Barcelona, they'll be hoping to continue their 100% run, 21 points from 21. They sit first on the table when they travel to Osasuna, who are 7th on the log so far. From Barcelona, they are scoring goals, reckless abandon, 28 goals so far, 5 goals conceded. The sad one is there is no Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He's out after injuring his ankle, playing, of course, in the Spanish La Liga. We hear he will not be available, so they have to rely on a certain Iñaki Peña to deputize at his absence. So it is what it is for the Spanish La Liga champions. The 100% record is at stake. Can Hansi Flick, the coach of the Bayern Munich team, can he conjure something, or can Rami Lamal and Robert Lewandowski, who have been scoring goals with freedom so far, be able to ensure that they get all points this weekend? Other games played in the Spanish La Liga, we saw Valladolid will take on Mallorca tonight. It's 8 p.m. Getafe will take on Alaves tomorrow. Rayo Vallecano Leganés. Real Sociedad will take on Valencia. Osasuna vs Barcelona, that game is for 8 p.m. tomorrow. Celta Vigo will take on Girona. That's a big game for Sunday, 3 p.m., 1 p.m. Athletic Club will take on Sevilla at the San Mamés. Real Betis will take on Espanyol. And of course, Atletico Madrid vs Real Madrid. Don't forget in the final game on Monday Night Football, where Villarreal will take us Las Palmas. In the French League, we have Auxerre taking on Brest tonight at 6 p.m. Paris Saint-Germain will be hoping to come back to winning way after their draw last time out in the French League. They will play Rennes. That game's for tonight, 8 p.m. Lens will take on Nice. Le Havre will take on Lille. Monaco will take on Montpellier on tomorrow at 8 p.m. Sunday, we see Toulouse play Lyon. Reims will travel to Angers. Nantes will take on Saint-Etienne. And of course, Olympique de Marseille will be playing Strasbourg away from home. In the Bundesliga, we have Dortmund vs VRB Bochum tonight. That game is for 7:30 p.m. Tomorrow we see Mainz take on Hoffenheim. Wolfsburg will take on VRB Stuttgart. Freiburg will take on FC St. Pauli. Red Bull Leipzig will take on Augsburg tomorrow. Borussia Mönchengladbach versus Union Berlin. 2:30 is the time. And of course, the big one has Bayern Munich versus Leverkusen. That game is for 5:30 p.m. Holstein Kiel will take on Eintracht Frankfurt, and Hoffenheim will take on Werder Bremen. Now, these are the players you need to watch out for that game between Bayern Munich and, of course, Bayer Leverkusen. Harry Kane and Boniface are the guys on the border. Harry Kane has had 36 appearances with 41 goals, 12 assists. For Boniface, it is 27 appearances with 17 goals and 9 assists. Alonso would face a certain... Alonso will take on a certain Vincent Kompany, who is enjoying life at the helm of affairs. Yes, life at the helm of affairs in the job. He had a company last 4 games have been 4 straight win, a 3-2 victory against Werder Bremen, 2-0 victory, 6-1 spanking and 5-0 win of against Wolfsburg, Werder Bremen, the 3-2 winners against Wolfsburg. For Leverkusen, they played the last 4 games, it's 3 wins and 1 loss, and the loss coming to RB Leipzig 2-3 earlier on this season. So, can Alonso play spoiler and be the first team to dent the image of course, no other than, of course, Vincent Kompany. Both managers have got a lot to play for in that encounter. Another battle we need to watch out for as well is the battle of Musiala. Yes, Musiala and Florian Wirtz. Jean Musiala, the German international, against his former German players. For both players, Musiala has got 118 appearances to 113 to Wirtz. 36 goals by Musiala, 29 by Wirtz. But for the assists, it is Florian Wirtz who has got the better of Musiala with 33 to 22 of Jama Musiala. For Alonso, he says this is what his words. For Alonso, he said, it's a big game going to the Allianz Arena. It's maybe the highest game in the Bundesliga season. Can he get something from this one? We'll wait and see. And of course, we go to the Italian Serie A, guys. Our games will start up today. Milan will be at home at the Giuseppe Meazza Stadium, the San Siro. They would welcome Lecce. 7:45 is that time, guys. I tell you, 7:45. Why? Udinese will take on Lille. Inter Milan. Udinese are doing well so far. Just 1 loss in the past of 5 games. So match the 6, they would welcome Inter Milan to their stadium. Genoa will take on Juventus tomorrow as well, 5 p.m. Bologna will take on Atalanta. Torino will take on Lazio on Sunday. Como vs Verona. Como coming from that 3-2 victory against Atalanta. The team managed by certain Cesc Fabregas. Roma will take on Venezia. Sunday 2 p.m. Empoli vs Fiorentina. Napoli from their 5-0 thumping from the Coppa Italia round of 32. They will play Monza. While Parma will take on Cagliari on Monday. That game is for 7:45. And now we go to the Premier League. Where else begin from? Let's start off from the biggest news. Arsenal fans will not want to hear. We hear that the availability of David Raya is a major doubt. You heard me. A major doubt talking about David Raya for that big game. He's been monitored after he picked up a muscle injury and that ruled him out of the EFL Cup win against Bolton on Wednesday. We know that Martin Odegaard will be missing. Mikel Moreno will be missing sideline, but manager Mikel Arteta will provide full fitness today. Leicester City are without Danish centre-back Yannick Vestergaard, who's recovering from an ankle injury, and Pascal Daka, who is a long-term absentee. Steve Cooper has no fresh injury worries heading to the Emirates Stadium. But this is what it was of Mikel Arteta about a certain man, talking about no other than David Raya. He said, we don't know yet if he's fit for the weekend. He's got a muscular injury. The words of a certain Mikel Arteta concerning David Raya. Big miss it should be for Arsenal when they host Leicester City. For Arsenal, they have won 21 of their last 34 Premier League games against Leicester City, the most competitive meeting where the Premier League in the 2022-2023 season. Arsenal's 4-2 win at home and 1-0 win with Gabriel Martinelli scoring both victories. The Fox have lost 5 consecutive top flight matches against Arsenal since Jimmy Vardy scored the only goal in the Emirates Stadium in October 2020. That victory is Leicester's only win in their last 30 away game against Arsenal in all competition. They have played 30 times, they've lost 22 times and drawn 7. And one man is in the news for being left out. We talked about him some time ago. His name is Rodri. And again, the coach of Manchester City did give an update. We told you that earlier. And this is what he had to say. He had the surgery this morning. The season is over. Unfortunately, we got the worst. But these things happen. The word of Pep Guardiola on Rodri's injury. And now, what does this mean? We know that Rodri's impact for Manchester City is impeccable, is untouchable. It can be measured. We know that each of Man City's last 4 Premier League defeats have all come when Rodri has not featured in the side. You heard me? The Spaniard is unbeaten in his last 52 Premier League appearances. He's won 42 and drawn 10. A run stretching back to February 2023. That man is absolutely irreplaceable. And one man who is having a great time of his life, his name is Erling Haaland. The guy is having fun. I can tell you, he has accumulated the most up-to points in the Premier League this season with 103.6. He scored 10 goals in 5 games for Man City. He has outscored 16 of the other 19 teams in the division so far. That guy has got an elite mind. Let's look at his numbers right now. It can be astronomical. Look at Haaland's number. He has played 6 matches, 445 games this season, and he is 23 shots. 23 shots. In 2023-2024, he had 10 matches, 825 games with 35 shots. In 2024-2025, this season with 5 matches, he has had 368 minutes and has played 21 shots. That's Erling stats to 10 goals every season. The guy has 10 goals already, 21 shots so far in just 5 games. If there's any better striker who is more faster, who's much better, who is more bigger, I don't know who that player is. And even his best goal minutes to a ratio, talking about the best minutes to a ratio, so far in the Premier League, only one man passes Erling Haaland, which is John Durant, with 4 goals in 33 minutes. Haaland has scored 10 goals. 10 goals, that is 4 goals, that is a goal every 33 minutes for Erling Haaland. It's a goal every 45 minutes. The boy is smoking hot. For Ludias is third with a goal every 72 minutes. Harvey Barnes of Newcastle is a goal every 83 minutes. And Nicholas Jackson, who seems to be returning back to form, scoring a goal every 92 minutes. So the question is Newcastle, but of course Manchester City. Let's see how things pan out. Isaac is a doubt for that game. We hear he has a toe problem. And of course, Target is ruled out as well with eczema flaring up. He's got eczema, okay? But apart from Rodri missing from Manchester City, we hear that Kevin De Bruyne is available. He's not available, I beg your pardon. He's got a minor groin issue, while Oscar Bob and Ake are still out injured. Newcastle's only win in the last 3 top-flight Premier meetings was a 2-1 victory against St. James's Park as far back as January 2019. Man City have scored in each of their past 31 Premier League games against the Magpies. That is Newcastle, the longest scoring streak one team has recorded against another in the competition. And City have scored a total of, yes, you guessed that, 101 Premier League goals versus Newcastle, more than any they have had than any other side. Man City love playing Newcastle, and they could play spoilers. And of course, on that big game that will come up on Sunday, it is the Manchester United versus, of course, the Tottenham Hotspur. They're wobbling, they're stumbling. Manchester United. How can they get it right? The big question. Manager Erik ten Hag has reported that no injury concern ahead of the game, but we know that Victor Lindelof, Luke Shaw, Tarek Malacia, Lenny Rondolo are out. For Tottenham Hotspur to make a lead decision on their captain, Son Heung-min, as well. Wait and see whether he'll be ready. But with Richarlison, Stu out, Wilson Odberg, Stu out. After a run of first straight Premier League defeat against Manchester United between 2021 and 2022, Tottenham Hotspur are unbeaten in the last 3 meetings against them, winning 1 and drawing 2. Spurs have lost 22 Premier League away games versus Man United, winning 4 and drawing 4. Only Everton has lost as many top flight away games than against a single opponent. And all 4 Spurs Premier League wins at Old Trafford were in their last 12 visits. They've drawn 1, lost 7, just winning 4. So not a good ground for them. But the fact that they have, like you said, have not lost in their last 3 meetings gives them a chance to go to Old Trafford and sneak a result. Feel free to join the show, guys. I want to hear from you about the games coming up this weekend. 0808-312-8618. 0808-312-8618 or 0700 010 961. I'll take that again. 0700 010 961. Let's hear from you guys on how your team will fare. We know Man United are playing this weekend. Chelsea as well are playing against Brighton and Hove Albion. That's another big cracker, I must tell you. Chelsea, a Nicholas Jackson guy who is in good range of form, scoring goals as well. But Chelsea will be without a certain Reece James. But the good news of Chelsea fans, I know you want to hear this one. Romeo Lavia is back available after being out with an injury. For Brighton, Joao Pedro is unlikely to feature. He's still struggling with an injury picked up. But Brian Gruder as well is available. Why Yasin Ayari is also back in contention after falling out with sickness. So that's a big game that could be going on at the Stamford Bridge. Okay, Chelsea have won all their 3 competitive games against Brighton last season. Won 3 against Brighton last season by a single goal margin, winning 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. The Blues won both Premier League meetings in 2023-2024 despite having a player sent off in each match. Conor Gallagher at Stamford Bridge and Reece James at the Amex, that is American Express Stadium. Brighton and Hove have won just 1 of their 11 competitive away fixtures at Chelsea. They've drawn 2 and lost 8. A 2-1 Premier League triumph in February 2023. So a bad thumping ground for Brighton. They hate playing that stadium, and you tell the start tells the whole story. So Chelsea are massive favourite to win this one. Can they get the job done? I want to hear from you. Keep sending those messages on WhatsApp, sending those voice notes, call us. I want to hear from you fans. Chelsea fans, Brighton is the team. Man United is Tottenham Hotspur. Arsenal, big game against Leicester City. Man City will take on Newcastle. For Liverpool fans, I know I haven't touched more on Liverpool. Liverpool has got a date at this Molineux against a West Bromwich Albion team, a team that is really struggling, I tell you, under Gary O'Neill this season. We hear that Yasin Mosquera, we told you earlier, will miss the rest of the season after tearing his anterior crucial ligament for Wolves against Aston Villa. But Totti Gomez, who is out with the minor hamstring, may be available. He will get a late fitness test. For Liverpool, I think there is no injury worries anywhere. Alisson has resumed training. We hear after a muscle injury, he's back with the team and is set to return to the starting lineup. But Harvey Elliott is still out with a fractured foot. For the start to look out in that one, Wolves have lost 16 Premier League games against Liverpool, more than any other opponent. The Reds have won 14 of their 15 top flight meetings, with the exception of a 3-0 defeat at the Molineux in February 2023. The Merseyside have kept a clean sheet in 13 of 20 Premier League fixtures against Wolves. So defensive wise against Wolves, they've done so well. Win-wise, 14 out of 15. Also so well, only 1 loss in 15 games. Tells the Liverpool again. And with the way they are playing this season under Ancelotti and Luis Diaz is scoring goals, they are the favourite for this one. Okay, guys, let's give it the full fixtures of games that we played in the English Premier League, guys. The full games we play, we have Newcastle taking on Manchester City. That game is for tomorrow, 12:30 early kickoff. Chelsea will take on Brighton tomorrow, 3 p.m. Brentford will take on West Ham United, 3 p.m. Everton at the Goodison Park will host Crystal Palace, 3 p.m. Leicester City will travel to the Emirates Stadium to take on Arsenal. That game is for 3 p.m. Nottingham Forest with our own Ola Aina and Taiwo Awoniyi would welcome Fulham. Wolverhampton Wanderers Liverpool. That game is for 5:30 p.m. The late kickoff for Saturday. On Sunday, we see Ipswich Town take on Aston Villa for 2 p.m. Manchester United will take on Tottenham Hotspur. That game is for 4:30 p.m. And on Monday Night Football, it will Bournemouth versus Southampton. Keep the calls coming in quickly before we're expecting those calls coming. Let's go touch now other sporting events happening. And let's let you know, let's go straight to tennis. So here, after ending the longest streak of 52 years, Chinese Zheng Sui is making up for lost time. The 559th ranked 35-year-old ended a dire run of 24 successive defeats, spanning more than 600 days at a home tournament, the China Open, where she has now made history winning that game. Also, we heard that former world number 4 Caroline Garcia will not play again this season after being left exhausted by anxiety and panic attack. 30-year-old French woman did not make it past the second round of the Grand Slam event this year. As well as a shoulder injury, Garcia, who is now 36th in the world, I beg your pardon, says she has been suffering from mental toll of life on the tennis tour. Sad news from cycling, where Swedish cyclist Morel Ferrer has died after suffering a serious head injury at the World Championship in Switzerland. The 18-year-old crashed during junior road race on Thursday and was taken to hospital by emergency helicopter. Terrestrial rain fell during much of Thursday's race in Zurich. That's what we hear. So, unfortunately, the cyclist lost his life. And finally, from athletics, we can let you know that American Olympic 200-meter champion Gabby Thomas was edged by Britton Brown, as many of the world top women's track athletes competed for record prizes at the inaugural Atlas NYC. Thomas, winner of the 3 gold at the Paris 2024, clocked 22.21 seconds, but was beaten by Olympic bronze medalist Brown, who crossed the line 22.18 seconds. A Kenyan 1,500 meters world record holder, Faith Kipchoge, and Olympic 400-meter champion Melendi Paulino were among the winners to receive $60,000, that is for £4,900, at women's only track invitational. Okay, guys, that is how much we can take on the show for today, guys. But don't worry, guys, don't forget, the show is every Monday to Friday, 5 to 6 p.m. Sport Lounge, Sport Extravaganza. Will give you everything happening around the sporting world, from tennis, Formula 1, golf, from the local scene to the foreign scene. We got you covered, okay? And for 8:30 in the morning, the Sport Beats, 30 minutes of sport just for your listening pleasure, okay? Do enjoy the games in the top 5 leagues in Europe, the Nigerian Premier Football League as well. We're back on Monday, 5 p.m. again to do a review of everything that's happened across the world. But like I always tell you, keep talking sport, keep living sport. Sport is life. Life will be meaningless without sport. And the one and only, your sport bishop, your magistrate, your pilot, your prophet, the professor, none so Arinzichi, saying, do have yourself a wonderful weekend ahead. Enjoy the games. I'll be back on Monday. For now, it's news around the world. Enjoy the rest of the programming. Bye for now.